Hello there, Kenobi. Right, welcome back to Return of the Nerd. So, yesterday was Friday the 13th, and that's very superstitious, isn't it? But actually, the live stream caught me by surprise. It caught me off guard. I was like, wow, that's actually quite good. And there was a guest starring Mr. Stevie, who came on in the middle. That was pretty cool. So, I'm going to give you... I'll tell you about the things that I liked, and then I'm going to give you my gripes, okay? So, first off, Black Series, I thought all really good. No problem at all. I like the novelty figures. I've said this before many times. Christmas figures, Halloween figures, I think they're awesome. So we got Ventress, the Witch, and we've got the Zombie Trooper, and we've also got the Imperial Emperor's Guard, who's white and glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. Definitely be getting one of those. We've got Barriss Offee, some more Prequel Jedi. So I think if you are a big Prequel fan, your collection right now must be looking pretty good, because we've had a lot of the Jedi already. So yeah, that's good news for you guys. And also in the Black Series, the SDCC exclusive was revealed. So it's Anakin turned to the dark side, and versus Obi-Wan wearing his clone trooper helmet. So we've got the Mustafar, the duel. You are my brother, Anakin. I loved you, but now I'm going to leave you to die. So that's pretty cool. The whole thing is like a big modular like diorama set with the platform on the lava river, and the flames are like what's holding it up is like the actual stand to the diorama are the flames, which I think is really cool effect. And also I think you've got force hands on this, because they're always doing this all the time, trying to block each other with, and so they got changeable hands, and I think they might have swappable faces as well. I think you've got dark side Anakin and maybe light side Anakin, which would be cool. And also there's the little mining droid on that platform, so that Anakin can hop onto the platform and do his little flippy somersaults, and then he says, "I have the high ground," and then that's it. It's game over. But I thought, yeah, no, it's Revenge of the Sith. It's the anniversary, so that is awesome for Revenge of the Sith lovers. But I have to say, when it comes to prequel anniversaries, Hasbro, they don't really put the effort in. Phantom Menace wasn't that good. Attack of the Clones, did we even have anything that came out for Attack of the Clones? I don't remember anything. And now it's Revenge of the Sith, and it's like just a couple of items we're going to throw in here for the anniversary. And most of those 6-inch Black Series figures, like Dooku and the Magna Guard, and we had the Prequel Jedi again, Ayla, but they're all repacks. I mean, I know the packaging is nostalgic and makes you feel, ooh, it's 2005 again. I remember I used to collect these in the 3.75 grade. But this, I don't think many people are going to buy those. They already have those figures. So you could have Hasbro, you could have come up with some new prequel characters to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. So I don't think that Hasbro have put enough, they didn't invest enough money, time or effort into the prequel anniversaries at all. Maybe that will change in the future as you prequel fans get older. It seems like the Hasbro's target audience when it comes to anniversaries, they put big bucks into the original trilogy still, and people are talking about 2027 already, because that will be the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. Oh my goodness. Now that brings me on to my next, that's a little segue into my next section, which is talking about the TVC Advanced TIE Fighter, which comes with a carded TVC Vader, which looks very nice. But again, okay, the vehicle, I have no problem with that at all. It's amazing. The detail on there, it has a removable wing, which has damage, and then you put the damaged wing on it, because it's the scene where Vader is chasing Luke down, doing the trench run, right? And then he's like, I have you now. What? Ugh, you're all clear, kid. It's that scene, right? So great. That's fantastic. It'd be nice to have one of those. But if you're gonna release that, then could you also release something for the retro collectors as well? I think that the original trilogy retro collectors, the base, has just exploded over the last year or so, and people want the original Kenner figures, all of them. You know, you remember back in the day we had like 96 or 97 of them, and then we had the last 17 that came out with the coin, and then we had a whole bunch that didn't come out. And Hasbro now, they've given us this new 6-pack with the Rebel Fleet Soldier and Dr. Evazan, and those two were never originally Kenner figures. So, okay, if you can do that, then can we have playsets, dioramas, and vehicles as well for our retro collection figures? You'd make so much money, because you're not gonna look. This is a Power of the Force Slave 1, okay? But it's exactly the same as the old Kenner. It's the same mold. It just has different stickers on it, and it's painted slightly differently, okay? But it's essentially, it's the same thing, right? I'm not going to put my TVC Boba Fett in here. It looks stupid, right? And this is TVC. Now, can you tell the difference, boys and girls? I hope so. So, this thing's, look at it, it's huge. So, my TVC Boba Fett goes in here. Now, do you really think I'm going to put a 5 points of articulation Kenner style retro figure in this, which cost me an arm and a leg? No, because it looks dumb. It doesn't go, they don't match. So my point today is the retro collection now is gaining popularity, but only because of old school people like me who watched the original trilogy, and we want all of those retro figures. But extend it further. Give us the vehicles, give us the accessories, give us the play sets, and, you know, do that. That's a separate line. So you can have a TIE Fighter, you can have Slave 1, you can have the Hoth Rebel base, you know, very basic retro style, just like Kenner with the Kenner packaging. And then it comes with a retro figure. It's the retro collection. And then you can have your TVC line where you've got these, you know, and like the Ghost and all the HasLab stuff, the Millennium Falcon. And you've got your, it's more high price, more detailed, you know, and that matches the vintage collection action figures, right? Makes sense. Just don't keep blending everything together. The playset, the Cantina Mos Eisley playset, looks stupid, you know, because it's the original Kenner looking, very vintage looking playset, but now we have to put our vintage collection figures in there. It looks weird. But didn't you just give everybody the Mos Eisley Cantina HasLab already? I mean, a lot of the TVC collectors already have that. So why would they buy this playset? The people who are going to buy this playset are people like me, who collect the retro collection, and I want to put my old Walrus Man with his flippers on, and Hammerhead and Greedo and the little tiny purple Snaggletooth. I want to put them in it and pretend I'm 6 again, and this is Palatoy, right? That's the whole point. I think, Hasbro, you're not understanding your target audience again, and you're just trying to mix everything together. Not good. All right, so that's my gripe for today. Apart from that, I'm very happy. And also good news, no more of the bloody deluxe packaging for TVC. So we've gone from those stupid boxes, like, and there's no windows, you open them up and inside is everything's wrapped like a mummy in toilet paper, right? And now the card backs are deluxe card backs, like Cobb Vanth and Hammerhead. And you look at it and you go, what's the difference between this and a normal TVC priced regular figure? And the answer is pretty much nothing. It just has a slightly bigger card back. And, you know, this last one that came out, which was the Commando Trooper, one of Moff Gideon's Commando Troopers. I was like, okay, so there's the figure. He has a shield and a weapon, and what the hell else is in there? Why does this warrant a deluxe size card back and a higher price point? It doesn't. And I feel Hasbro, you're just taking advantage of the collectors. It's stupid, and we know what you're doing. So Hasbro have said that, okay, we're not doing this anymore. So all the CVC card backs now will be the standard size. They will all be the same size, which it should be. Like back in the old days with Kenner, all the card backs and everything was just the same size. Obviously, the bubbles were not always the same size. You know, Gamorrean Guard is huge, Yak Face is huge. You know, you got little tiny Jawa. Sometimes you'd get like some difference in the bubbles, but mostly everything was the same. Yeah. And it kind of looks dumb on your wall, because a lot of collectors, their thing is, you know, and I've done this before as well. I can't do it right now because I'm renting my apartment. My landlord won't let me. But people put pins in the wall and then they hang the card backs, the TVC card backs, all over their wall, like wallpaper, and it looks really impressive. But then when you get a deluxe Hammerhead, it doesn't fit, and so everything looks stupid. So it's much better if you just keep it the same dimensions for the card backs. I don't know what else was revealed. Oh, there was one other thing, right? So there's an army builder pack coming for TVC. It's the Hoth Snow Troopers, Imperial Troopers, and I think that's good. But some people say they don't want the officers. There's usually like one guy that stands out, and he's an officer, and then there's 3 regs. But I'm sorry, I don't want 4 regs. I want an officer. I like the officers. I like to have 1 officer and then 3 regs. I like them to be slightly different. I don't like them all to be completely the same. And I feel that the reason why Hasbro is doing this now is they're kind of getting us hyped up for the movie next year, because we've all seen the sneak preview of The Mandalorian and Grogu, the film, right? That little teaser where there are a bunch of AT-AT walkers, and then we get to see the inside, and the snow troopers are all running around preparing, and Mando comes in and like kills like basically all of them. So I think this is one of my predictions for next year. In 2026, HasLab will probably bring out an absolutely enormous AT-AT walker. I think that's just a guess. What do you think? You can put that in the comments below. It's so obvious because they need merchandise to tie in with the film next year. And next year, the only 2 things we know that are like live action are, number 1, Ahsoka season 2, and number 2, there's going to be a reboot of all the Star Wars movies. So this movie is really important to Lucasfilm. So they're going to want to really pump out the merch for that film. So what do you think is going to happen with, 2025? Honestly, I think is already over, because, I mean, there's nothing else to watch. Andor's over. Give me a tissue. Yeah, and people are just like sitting there watching Rogue One over and over again now. um, so the rest of the year is just nothing, right? So we're all just waited with bated breath for 2026 for next summer, so we can see this movie and also watch the second season of Ahsoka, which I think will be the final season. And then we'll see what figures we can get that are, you know, attached to that media. Are there any anniversaries next year? It seems like because there's so much Star Wars content, it just seems like every single year there's an anniversary of some kind. 2026, I don't think so. The next big one is 2027, the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. I mean, a half a century. That's amazing. And it's just the best movie ever made. In my mind, every time someone asks me, what's your favorite movie or what's the best movie do you think that's ever been made? I just go, Star Wars, New Hope, 1977. That's it. It's not even something I need to think about. The words just come out of my mouth. Yeah. So that's my 10 cents. That's my 50 cents. 50 cents. If I've missed anything, you can just let me know in the comment section below, and keep on collecting and keep on following my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, you numpties. I want more subscribers. I'm stuck on 3,160 something. Come on, let's go. Let's move it. Let's move it, people. Right. I shall see you in the next one. I love you, my brother. You liar.